Question: are you suffering from pain, health issues, or a weak immune system? Such as chronic pains, neck and shoulder pains, lower back pains, arthritis, bone pains, muscle pains, chronic fatigue, sleep problems, poor circulation, blood stagnation, colds, sinusitis, asthma or bronchitis? FIR Infrared is your answer to vitality. How amazing do you feel when you're on holidays and you're lying in the sun? Have you ever wondered why? You have a warm feeling of relaxation that just flows through every part of your body? A lot of that feeling comes from just the warmth and life that the sun creates. Do you want better health and to feel like this all the time? The solution is given to us by nature. It's the healing power of the sun, in the form of healing far infrared light. According to clinical studies conducted by Kikuji Yamashita, as well as several other published scientists, the effects of the far infrared ray energy radiation on the living body. Far infrared has many amazing benefits that are only now being discovered. Bring the power of the sun inside using far infrared devices. High-density far infrared. It can improve your health. It has effective warmth, radiation and absorption. Known also as FIR, far infrared is a band of light we perceive as heat. We cannot see this band of light with the naked eye, but we can feel it in the form of heat. The sun produces most of its energy output in the infrared segment of the spectrum. Infrared rays heat your body, without having to heat the air in between, in a process called conversion. Far infrared penetrates organic substances, such as the human body, up to 4 to 5 centimeters. So that the warming effect is very uniform. Have you noticed that there are so many people now getting sick, with cancers and bone disease? It has been proven to be linked to the lack of vitamin D. In fact, 1 in 2 people are low in vitamin D. According to PubMed, U.S. National Library of Medicine, National Institute of Health, it's estimated that about 1 billion people worldwide have low levels of vitamin D in their blood. According to a 2011 study, 41.6% of adults in the U.S. are deficient. This number goes up to 69.2% in Hispanics and 82.1% in African Americans. In Australia, about 50% of the population are deficient in vitamin D. We were originally meant to get vitamin D from the sun. Not from a tablet, or a pill, or from a bottle of liquid. The further we get away from our natural state, the more likely we are to have disease and complications. This amazing far infrared device is easy to operate and can now transform how you get sunlight. Question: are far infrared saunas safe? Far infrared devices and saunas should not be confused with ultraviolet light, which burn and do damage to skin. Even though exposure to the sun can be beneficial to health, sunbathing should only be enjoyed in moderate amounts because of the harmful UV rays. Far infrared rays are the part of the sunlight rays that make you feel warm when you sit in the sun, and it's safe and healthy, and even necessary for all living things. We can be exposed to far infrared heat for longer periods and within the recommended guidelines, and it won't cause our skin to burn. It's not only safe, but is highly beneficial to our bodies on a cellular level. Health professionals have used infrared heat lamps for decades to treat muscles and joint problems. Hospital baby care units are often equipped with infrared heating systems to keep newborn babies warm. Do you have concerns about preventing skin cancers and damage from the sun? Perhaps then you could benefit from an amazing far infrared device where you don't have to subject yourself to excessive UV light. Pick which one suits you. It's just a matter of turning it on. Then setting the amount of time that you need to use it for, and lie underneath. You can't really explain how amazing it feels, the warmth is so enjoyable. It makes you feel vital and alive. How does the far infrared equipment work? Far infrared machines differ from traditional saunas, as it uses infrared radiant energy to penetrate the body's tissue to produce sweating. Traditional saunas use steam to heat the air inside the sauna, which then heats the body until you begin to sweat. For this to be effective, temperatures reach upwards of 90 degrees Celsius, which are very high and uncomfortable for many people. Infrared equipment only need a temperature of up to 48 degrees Celsius to obtain the same effect. This lower temperature makes the atmosphere more tolerable, while also allowing you to breathe easier. Activated by heat, infrared equipment emits FIR energy that is absorbed by human cells in a physical phenomena called resonance. The cellular activities are instantly invigorated, resulting in better blood circulation and overall improved metabolism. Infrared rays are highly efficient, as heat penetrates more deeply into the skin when compared to traditional saunas. The power of sunlight? The sun is the most powerful thing affecting this planet. What is the one thing that you could eliminate from this earth, and everything would die within a few days? It's sunlight. From the sun, plants would die within a short time. There would be no algae and plankton. Both of these are the beginning of the food chains on land and in the ocean. Within a few days all life would cease. How to prevent disease? The truth of how things really work has been suppressed. There is vested interest in keeping you in the dark. There are a few things that contribute to disease. One factor that creates disease is what's called an anaerobic state. This involves darkness, that is a lack of light, and lack of oxygen. Have you noticed that sometimes you are in the dark with your health, and perhaps some other people around you too? We often live in this anaerobic state, and feel very unwell physically, mentally, and emotionally. Constantly in front of computers and social media. Often stagnant and closed indoors. Think about a stagnant pond. What makes it stagnant? It's dark, murky, and brown, and rotting, and it's not moving. Light and oxygen aren't getting into the water particles. However, think of a stream, or a bubbling brook. It's moving along, getting aerated, full of oxygen and light. Benefits of far-infrared sauna? Because infrared rays penetrate the body over 4 to 5 centimeters through, there is a deep heating effect in the muscle tissues and internal organs, without giving too much burden to our heart. By heating these tissues, we experience a vasodilation, expansion of peripheral blood vessels, which can be beneficial in helping muscle spasms, joint stiffness, as well as general aches and pains due to conditions such as fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, and rheumatoid arthritis. Our body reacts to the increasing heating through the natural cooling processes of perspiration. Through the perspiration process, acid and waste residues, like toxins, sodium, alcohol, nicotine, cholesterol and the potentially carcinogenic heavy metals, are removed from the cells. Especially heavy metals like zinc, lead, nickel, cadmium and many more. The skin is often known as the third kidney, because it is believed to be responsible for eliminating up to 30% of body waste. As the pores of the skin open and discharge waste products, the skin sheds any old skin cells, leaving it glowing and immaculately clean, which improves skin tone elasticity, texture and color. Raising body temperature powerfully assists the body to kill bacteria, fungi, parasites and viruses. Many people cannot get rid of chronic infections because they have low body temperature. Infection can affect all organs including the sinuses, ears, eyes, bladder, throat and intestines. By creating an artificial fever using far-infrared heat, it has a positive effect on the immune system. Often misunderstood, fever is a natural healing response of the body. The function of the immune system is increased naturally during a fever, while virus and bacteria growth is slowed, weakening its hold. Pathogens including bacteria need certain factors to live. They can't live in a hot, heated environment. That's why boiling water, for example, will kill any parasites and bacteria in the water. This helps the body to ward off any invading organisms. Of course, it needs to be done safely, and within healthy ranges. A far-infrared heat treatment in the early stages of a cold or flu has been known to stop the disease before the symptoms occur. Imagine how you could feel with all these benefits of far-infrared. It's an investment in your health.